Luciano Romero worked for Nestlé's milk factory, Sicolac, and was a board member of the union NESTLÉ. On October 22, 2002, him and 8 other Nestlé workers got fired because of a strike which was declared illegal. Because Luciano got multiple death threats, he temporarily left Valledupar. When he returned, him and his lawyers prepared for his speech as a witness in a public hearing criticizing the Nestlé situation in Colombia. But 1.5 months before the public hearing, Luciano was found dead in a field outside of Valledupar. What exactly happened? Why did it happen, and what does Nestlé have to do with it? In 1938, Nestlé starts importing products from the US and Europe into Colombia. Nestlé's only goal is to get as much profit as they can. They buy companies, found them, fusion them, and then close them again. They profit from the local laws and tax policies, while all the money flows back to Switzerland. Since decades, guerrillas, paramilitary organizations, and the military are having an armed conflict, which causes countless deaths. In Colombia, 95% of crimes never get investigated or even reach a court. Nestlé never publicly distanced themselves from the countless killing, kidnapping, and torturing from active or former Nestlé workers. NESTLÉ, in Spanish, Sindicato Nacional de la Industria Alimenticia, organizes the biggest amount of Nestlé workers, but 7 workers of NESTLÉ died, 5 during and 2 after they worked at Nestlé. One of the victims is Luciano Romero. He worked at Nestlé's milk factory, Sicolac, in Valledupar. His death is one of the rare cases where the case actually reached the court, and the responsible people got convicted. At the start of 2002, Nestlé closes its contract with NESTLÉ. NESTLÉ tries to convince Nestlé not to do that, but Nestlé insists, since it's cheaper to get workers elsewhere and without a fixed contract. On the 12th of April, NESTLÉ decides to strike against Nestlé, but on the 27th, they stopped the strike already, because they got death threats of paramilitaries. In October 22, all workers which were involved in the strike got fired, because the strike was declared partly legal by the ministry. But the ministry suggested to only fire the workers if they're still striking after they get informed that it's illegal. Well, Nestlé immediately fired them instead. Even though Nestlé fired all of the striking workers, the conflict in Sicolac didn't stop. Instead of upgrading their working conditions and creating a fair environment, Nestlé fires over 300 workers and sells the company. Luciano Romero left Valledupar for a while, after the death threats of the paramilitaries. In 2005, he came back to prepare himself with some of his lawyers to be a witness in the public hearing of Multiwatch in Bern. He was going to testify about the working conflict in Sicolac. But on September 11, 2005, he was found dead in a field outside of Valledupar. With over 50 stab wounds, he got tortured to death. 4 of the paramilitaries that were involved in the kidnapping and killing of Luciano got sentenced with over 35 years of prison. The court justified that these relatively small criminals wouldn't have done this act out of their own interest. The planning and financing was done by someone else. The judge suggests to investigate against leading managers of the Sicolac group, but the case never gets taken seriously anywhere. On the 5th of March 2012, NESTLÉ and the European Centre of Constitutional and Human Rights, short ECCHR, file a lawsuit against Nestlé because of failure to provide assistance. The lawsuit gets sent to the public prosecutor in the canton of Waadt in Switzerland. On the 1st of May, the public prosecutor drops the lawsuit because it's been time-barred. That means it's been too long ago to investigate further. On the 18th of December 2014, the ECCHR and Luciano's wife sent a complaint to the European Court of Justice. But in March 2015, and without any reasoning, they dropped the complaint. Against this decision, there is nothing to legally do about. None of the people behind all this will ever be convicted. Luciano Romero is only one of countless cases like that, which happen daily, so stay safe, Have a wonderful day and see you next time.